I see you did not heed my warning. I realize you're a very curious young woman, but know this. These passageways can only lead to misfortune for the uninitiated, and I am not only speaking of physical peril. Nancy, I know you're a good person and mean well, and I understand you feel compelled to discover what is happening to Linda. But I also have certain duties which may conflict with yours. I will not interfere as long as I am prohibited from doing so, but know that the instant I receive the word, you will no longer be welcomed in Blackmoor. Good day. I believe young people need to have a well-rounded education and learn what every other Penvillin should know. Yes, the silent book. It's quite fascinating and very old. Jane's grandfather left it with me to give to her. Yes, but a long-lost story whose meaning will probably never be understood. No, I don't. But he regarded it as an heirloom and insisted that it belonged to Jane, and to Jane only. Of course, everyone who grows up in these parts knows it, but it's just a myth, one that unfortunately proved to be quite damaging to the Penvillins. Only that they were a very well-respected and talented family. Many of my ancestors were tutors of some of the Penvillins, and I feel very honored to continue that tradition. Well, yes. Eleanor Penvillin was executed because the villagers believed that she had created the beast. Things cannot get much more damaging than that. Goodbye, Nancy. Oh, you startled me. You must be Nancy. I'm Jane's tutor, Ethel. Jane is very excited you're visiting. You're all she's talked about for the past week. Yes, well. I'm sorry, but I'm in a bit of a rush. I need to go over some things with Jane. It was a pleasure meeting you, Nancy. Our paths will cross again, I'm sure. You gave me such a fright! What were you doing in there? So I suspected. These old homes usually have a secret passageway or two. But I must insist that you no longer play in these areas. They can be extremely dangerous. Well, we wouldn't want you to end up like the proverbial cat, would we, Nancy? Please heed my warning. It would be terrible if something happened to you. Oh, I see. Well, no, not at all. At least, not the treasure you're probably thinking of. The Penvillins have lived here for centuries. The house resonates with their presence. Any hidden treasure in Blackmoor would be found in the family's history, in the Penvillins' passions and deeds. I didn't realize you were so interested in the treasures of Blackmoor. I beg your pardon for the disturbance. I'll be on my way then. You did very well. But remember, this must remain a secret. Do not discuss it with anyone. And don't forget, you have a maths exam tomorrow, and be sure to brush your teeth.
We're in lessons right now. Come back later, please. I'm afraid we're busy. This is not a good time.